Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is News Now at noon.
And thanks so much for joining us here for News Now at noon on this Monday. I'm Justin Gould.
And I'm Matt Hummel. Now at noon, Jamestown City Police are investigating a shooting that occurred early Sunday morning, that on 2nd Street.
Plus, the department is also looking into two separate stabbings that happened over this weekend. Details on all that coming up. But first, we check in with Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter in the First Defense Weather Center.
Hey, Jay and Matt, and happy Monday to all of you there on Facebook Live land. 8 more days to go until Christmas. That is it. So I went to the stores over the weekend, jam-packed. Woof. First Defense Doppler time lapse, really nothing in the southern tier. We've had a few little light rain showers and some wintry mix that are starting to come in here, but all in all, the day should be mainly quiet. I shouldn't say mainly quiet because there's a 50% chance of snow showers through the afternoon. It dips off for midweek and then it starts to go up again as we go into later in the week. That's a chance for rain showers. And of course, we'll talk about that a little bit later on. So 30 on the highest hilltops, so 36 at the Lake Erie shoreline. That's the high temp range today. Afternoon lake effect snow showers. And I think mainly a dusting to 1 inch. That closer to 1 inch is going to be on the hills. Look at the wind, north to northwest, 11 to 16 miles per hour. So it's going to be a little bit breezy. We'll time out the remainder of the week, plus that quick solution 7-day later on in the show. Jay and Matt.
Alrighty, Dakota, thank you much. Jamestown police say one man sustained injuries, that following a shooting yesterday morning on East 2nd Street. Jamestown Police Captain Robert Samuelson tells us that the victim sustained non-life-threatening injuries. Now, Samuelson says that the victim hasn't cooperated and that the incidents were targeted and not random. Police say as of this morning that no suspects are in custody and more information will be released when it becomes available.
And City of Jamestown police are also looking into multiple stabbings that occurred over this weekend. Captain Robert Samuelson telling WNY News Now that they're still trying to figure out exactly where the stabbings took place. He says that in each incident, one male was injured. He said that no suspects are currently in custody for these two stabbings either, and that they both appear to have been targeted acts. Both victims are also reportedly not cooperating with police. Samuelson says that investigators are still trying to determine the specific locations. We'll have much more on that story as well when it becomes available.
And this is one of the busiest times of the year for the Salvation Army, but unfortunately, officials report that donations have been slow to come in. So far, for the first quarter of collections, officials say that they are running around 7% behind in donations. That translates to about $35,000. Now, the Salvation Army believes it's for a few reasons, and one of the biggest being that people are staying home to shop online rather than visiting the brick and mortar stores. And if you'd like to donate or help volunteer, it's not too late. The Red Kettle campaign runs through Christmas Eve.
And Matt, this story obviously you're getting a lot of traction from people online who want to jump in and help, and there are a number of great areas that you can do that. Obviously, you can reach out to the local Salvation Army here in Jamestown, and they can certainly help get you to the right people to help volunteer. And really, it looks like, online shopping, as great as it is, it certainly has that trickle-down effect, and people might not think that that's one of the reasons why the Salvation Army is not having as much funds this Christmas.
I mean, I think there's a lot of reasons, and hopefully, though, in the next week or so, things will pick up. And I think it will be. We've seen with a lot of these types of things,
right.
And take it from a business perspective, a lot of things heat up the last week or so before Christmas.
Right, exactly.
So I think things will get better.
Absolutely. Saying hello to Gary. Thanks so much for joining us. Smathers, Wanda, David. It looks like the Tamerlane Chess Club as well with their pages joining in on the fun here on this Monday. Thank you all so much for joining us. A lot more to tell you about this hour. Details on why Facebook could be facing a $1 million lawsuit.
And later on, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter on whether we're going to have a white Christmas after this.
happy holidays from WNY News Now.
Coming soon to downtown Jamestown, Pearl City Hops Restaurant and Tavern. The full-service restaurant will carry a wide array of craft brews, wines, and food pairings to make your taste buds sing. Enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week, including a Sunday brunch buffet. A truly one-of-a-kind experience coming soon.
Keep your car running smooth this winter at Express Bike and Auto. Located at 1761 Foot Avenue Extension right here in Jamestown, they're your one-stop shop for all of your automotive needs. Looking for a new ride? Express Bike and Auto even sells vehicles. And guess what? Financing is available. What are you waiting for? Visit Express Bike and Auto at 1761 Foot Avenue Extension today.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Facebook could be facing a multi-billion-dollar fine after a European regulator said it's launching an investigation into the company over failure to protect user privacy. The Irish Data Protection Commission oversees Facebook's compliance with European law. It said they launched a, quote, statutory inquiry into Facebook after receiving multiple reports of data breaches. News of the inquiry came just as Facebook announced it had exposed photos from nearly 7 million users. That incident after the company announced in September that hackers accessed the personal information of tens of millions of Facebook users. It was the biggest security breach in Facebook's history.
Next month, New York's 4th Appellate Division will hear an appeal from a man originally charged with violating New York's SAFE Act. Benjamin Wassel of Silver Creek is appealing a 2014 judgment convicting him of third-degree criminal possession of a weapon and 2 counts of third-degree criminal sale of a weapon. Now, Wassel wasn't convicted, however, based on the SAFE Act violations when it was all said and done. He originally faced 5 charges from the State Attorney General's office. James Ostrowski will represent Wassel, while the Attorney General's office will represent the state of New York. On January 8th, the court will also hear an appeal from the state of New York on a decision made by Chautauqua County Judge David Foley to suppress statements made by defendant Stephen Morris. Now, Morris is accused of performing a sexual act with a child under the age of 11. Morris, who was charged by the sheriff's office in June of 2017, allegedly committed the act in April of 2017. He's charged with first-degree criminal sexual act and predatory sexual assault against a child. He's currently in county jail on $150,000 cash bail. Lynn Schaefer will represent the people of New York, while Lyle Hadju is representing Morris.
And over the weekend, Christmas spirit filled the air in the village of Lakewood as local business owners and people from all over came together to celebrate the holidays. Now, although the spirit of Christmas was almost lost after the village mayor suddenly resigned, leaving the annual tradition up in the air. But one local business owner, Bob Linger of Off the Beaten Path bookstore, jumped in to save the day.
People were asking, is Christmas in the Village still happening? And I'm actually a newer owner to the store. Our bookstore has been here for almost 10 years, but I've just owned it since March. So I really, to be honest, wasn't aware Christmas in the Village was a thing. But then once I saw the people's disappointment, I decided we really need to do something to make sure it still happens.
Now, festivities spread all across the village, but some of the major attractions took place right in front of Bob's shop, including a local woodcarver who spent the day doing some demonstrations.
Chainsaw is an exciting tool, and I learned how to use it climbing trees and doing tree service work. I'm a certified arborist, so I got a lot of practice with it. So for me, it's kind of just part of the job, but for other people kind of unfamiliar with it, it's pretty exciting. And a lot of what we do and what I do with Sherwood Arts and with the tree guys is we have charitable elements to a lot of the appearances and the carvings and things of that nature. So a lot of times when you see me live carving someplace, we're raising money for a local cause or a charity or a not-for-profit. And, like I said, today we're working with the library.
That's Vince Leozer. He says if you're still interested in purchasing a raffle ticket to help fund the Lakewood Library, you can stop down to Off the Beaten Path bookstore and pick one up until Friday. So, Matt, I had a pleasure of covering that event this past weekend. Lots of fun people just kind of walking around, enjoying Christmas. Kiddos get to see a little bit of Santa Claus. So it's good to see that a tradition was really saved by a number of great individuals in the Lakewood community, and the fact that the Lakewood community as a whole came together to revive it.
I mean, it's just I love this time of year. And the reason why I do is because, and, I've stressed this probably every show recently, and I'm going to stress it again.
Well, it is the holiday season.
That's right. The community keeps coming together. I'm very impressed about that, and say what you will about this area, because I know a lot of our readers have said some stuff in the comments, but, there is something special during this time of the year when people come together. They either settle their differences or put them aside for a cause. Right. It's just something, it puts a smile on my face.
Right. And I see a lot of people in the comments talking about how Christmas is not the same without snow. I know we teased it in our last bit, but Dakota will have details hopefully on that. I know it's a little more than 7 days out. So the producer was telling me during the break that Dakota might not quite know whether we'll see snow.
And you know what the problem is? He's going to be a party pooper because the Patriots lost.
Well, that's
to my Steelers.
Either way, he'll let us know whether or not we'll see more sunshine or clouds today. He'll know that for sure.
And later, we have another story about how the community rallied together, this time to collect thousands of pounds of food. News Now at Noon continues.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
The Fitness Bunker in Lakewood is a locally owned and operated club that cares about your health and wellness. They invest in it. Right now, enter their 30-day challenge, where for only $69, you get 30 days of unlimited everything. That's right, everything, along with 2 one-on-one personal training sessions. Then, if you lose 10 pounds, you'll get the next month free. Plus, the first place winner will get 2 Buffalo Bills tickets or a $100 gift card. Details right now on the Fitness Bunker's Facebook page.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now. First Defense Weather is sponsored by Quick Solutions of Jamestown. Count on Quick Solutions for printing, copying, mass mailings, and so much more. Part of your team. Learn more at QuickSolutionsUSA.com. That's QuickSolutionsUSA.com.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
Too many penalties. It was just awful. And I'm not even going to talk about it anymore past that. This is the Sky Vision camera coming from Presque Isle. We've seen the camera. Yeah, there it goes. We've seen the camera shaking in the wind. Look at that west wind of 21 miles an hour. Oh, and I think we might have just lost that camera. But and again, you can see 37 degrees with a west wind of 21. And so it's a little bit breezy, especially right near the Lake Erie shoreline today. Let's go right to the graphics, and I'll show you this. This is a fun graphic. Anyway, this is going to show you the temperatures over the last 7 days. It's been an up and down ride. See, look at this, 28 last Monday. The highest temp on here was 46. That was last Friday. And now it started to go back down again, and now it's down again. And this pattern, yeah, there they go. There you go. J.M. Matt's got the spirit. Yes. Woohoo. There you go. Anyway, this is a fun graphic that we threw together. This is just fun. I thought I'd have a little fun on Monday. But again, you can see here that this trend will be continuing this week. The temperatures will be going up and down. Now, the problem is, as I told you during the first weather segment, there's going to be rain coming on Friday. This is going to probably kill some of the ski conditions across the area. But so far, everybody's looking good here. Most of the ski resorts across the area have a machine groom surface, except for Hollymount, where they have a machine groom, a loose granular surface. And Mount Pleasant should be opening this week. Not sure on that if we get some of the snow melt that's going to continue melting the snow. News Now cam clouds really kind of socked in today. And again, you can see the flag right there. When it starts flying straight, that's a good indication of the winds. It's 33 with a northwest wind of 13, but look at that gust of 25 miles an hour and the wind chills down to 24 when you combine the wind and the air temperature together. This is the sustained wind, not the gust. That's how we calculate wind chills. First Defense Doppler, a few little mix going on right now north of here, but there's a few little pockets of lighter rain. Actually, here comes a new scan in now. Maybe a few little pockets of lighter rain coming near the southern tier with a few mixed in snowflakes, and that shows up here on Future Scan. The snow through the afternoon is going to be connected to Lake Erie, but don't worry, it's going to be very weak. I think less than an inch of snowfall, the better chance for an inch right along the Chautauqua Ridge. And then that goes to bed for the night. And then look at what happens. It starts to clear out for tomorrow, and we're going to be left with a mainly dry Tuesday. And in terms of the snowfall accumulations, again, I didn't put the numbers on here, but when you get into this darker blue, like right in here, that's a good indication of maybe about an inch. Everybody else should be under an inch. Now, to show you tomorrow, this is the cloud cover along with the winds. All these arrows shows the wind direction. So today, clouds socked in. Tonight, the clouds will start to break apart, and look at tomorrow. Even though we'll have, and you know, I think we'll break out into full sunshine tomorrow afternoon, but notice the wind direction still coming from the west northwest, so that's still going to continue to keep us cold. We're going to barely make it out of the 20s tomorrow. And again, the clouds will start to thicken up tomorrow night, and then that'll remain, and then maybe a few higher clouds coming in for Wednesday. So zone by zone we go. We'll first start at the Lake Erie shoreline. Temperatures here will be just a little bit warmer, maybe 36 around Erie, 37 in Westfield. A few snow showers, maybe little to no accumulation, but it will be breezy and cloudy throughout the remainder of the day. Eastward we go, 33 Jamestown, 30 Little Valley. And again, lake effect snow showers, better chance for that 1 inch right on the highest hills of the southern tier. Take a detailed look at the forecast. Your future is on the screen. Look at that, 28 Tuesday, 42. There goes the uphill climb. And then Friday, just to make it interesting, the rain turns widespread. It'll pick up in intensity, and it also becomes breezy on Saturday as well as another front approaches our way. We'll talk about if we'll have a white Christmas during the final weather segment, but sports is next. Don't go away.
Wishing you a safe and happy holiday season. WNY News Now, the Jolly Team, where coverage comes first.
I just love to be with the dogs, and I like to do them one at a time. They don't wait for 5 hours in my shop. We have full groom, which includes everything from A to Z, nails, of course brushing, any trimming that needs to be done. I do offer teeth brushing, which is a little extra. So if he takes me 2 hours, it's $40. If he takes me 3 hours, I still keep it down. As long as the dog comes back happy and not at the door, I'm happy.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
There's an old saying, there's no news in the newsroom. Well, it's true. The time I spend at the anchor desk is just part of my day. Most of our time is spent gathering stories in the community, stories that matter to you. We can't do it alone, and we need your help. When you see breaking news or have a news tip we should know about, drop us a line on Facebook today, email our news desk, or call our newsroom at 488-7226 so we can bring those stories straight back to you.
WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Sports fans, and welcome back to News Now at Noon. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. Tonight, the Falconer Golden Griffins girls varsity basketball team will be on the road to face off against the Clymer Pirates. The Falconer girls team currently sport a 2-4 record, losing their last game 40-24 against the merged Westfield Brockton Wolverines. Jump ball will be at 7:30. Despite being down to one running back, the Buffalo Bills improved their record to 5-9 on the season, hanging on 14-13 against the Detroit Lions on Sunday. Josh Allen finished the game with 204 yards passing and 1 touchdown versus no interceptions, while adding another rushing touchdown. Robert Foster caught 4 passes for 108 yards and the game-winning touchdown reception. Buffalo will be back in action on Sunday as they will travel to Gillette Stadium to take on the Patriots. Kickoff will be at 1 o'clock on CBS. Tonight, with an 8:15 kickoff, the 6-7 Carolina Panthers will be taking on the 11-2 New Orleans Saints. For Monday Night Football, New Orleans has won 11 of their last 12 games. Carolina, meanwhile, is on a major slump, losing 5 in a row after a 6-2 start. The game will be televised on ESPN. Fans can also watch the game on the NFL app. Justin and Matt, back to you.
Awesome, Norm. Great as always, and happy to see that the Bills finally have a win under their belt.
Bills are going to the Super Bowl.
That should be good. So
Very funny, Matt.
Norm, thank you very much. Well, thousands of pounds of food were collected this week to benefit one of Jamestown's largest soup kitchens. And Keith Martin, he's the man behind it all, and the executive director of the Northwest Arena, with help from many in the community, finalized the event on Saturday. They set up at the Jamestown Cycle Shop last week to collect food items on Thursday, Friday, with the event closing on Saturday, for the St. Susan Center. Martin and his crew collected everything from non-perishable food items to drinks to a number of turkeys and hams, along with monetary donations going to the center. Now, this is Martin's 6th year of collecting food for the community. Even though this year's drive is complete, he said anyone thinking of donating still should.
People can continue to donate next week. It may not go under the community holiday hall, but St. Susan benefits from just us getting the message out, and you can still, next week they will accept donations, and they desperately need those donations. So please, if you didn't make it down these 3 days, just stop over at St. Susan's and your donations will go a long way.
Absolutely, and for more on how you can help the St. Susan Center, check out their Facebook page. So, really cool. Great to be a part of that event Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of last week. And, they have kind of teasing what's coming forward. They had a little competition among some of the, I believe it was the girls' basketball teams across the area. And a team that's close to my heart managed to win that. So I can't say any more because they will be mad at me.
Go ahead. It's only just us girls. Nobody's listening to us girls. Go ahead.
So we'll have coverage of that as information becomes available. So it's incredible to see, really.
I like it. Dakota likes it. And Dakota, I apologize. What's up?
You're gonna. Well, we're just gonna say, Dakota, we're sorry about your Patriots.
But I think you were ready to say something.
We're really happy about those Steelers. Here's a look at the Christmas countdown.
Well, you see, the Patriots do this every year. The Patriots think just because they're in the playoffs, they can play absolutely terribly. I mean, it's just utterly embarrassing how the Patriots do this like almost every single year. But whatever. Christmas countdown, 8 more days to go. And I've seen a bunch of people making comments in the comment section about White Christmas. There is a suggestion on the global computer models, which would be which of course would be the GFS and the European ensembles, that there could be a little system sneaking by on Christmas Eve, and a white Christmas is officially described as having 1 inch of snow or more on the ground on Christmas morning. And it's too early to throw out numbers. I was going to make a graphic, but I was talking to our producer, then they said, no, weather's already a little bit too long, so I'll probably make that graphic tomorrow. And there's the 7-day. It's basically whiplash, 33, 28, 42, 46, 49 for the first day of winter. And then just to make it interesting, the rain picks up Friday. Could be a flooding rain potential. That's going to cause some issues for the ski resorts. But then another system comes our way and knocks us back down into the 30s. So it's up, down, up, down.
Up, down, up, down. Not good. Dakota, thank you, though. Hopefully we'll get to see some snow for Christmas.
Hope so.
No real snow out there on the Asian News Now cam.
But that flag is a-flying.
Oh, yeah. Real windy. Details, of course, on everything we just talked about at WNYNewsNow.com. We're back tomorrow. We'll see you then.